Well, one of the 18 people charged against the former president is former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, who is now facing racketeering charges.
And Mr. Giuliani was a personal attorney to the former president, of course, and previously made his career using racketeering laws in his cases at the Manhattan U.S. District Attorney's Office in the 1980s, often with those criminal organizations. Fox 5's Lissette Nunez joins us now live from outside Giuliani's Manhattan home. It's on the Upper East Side. Good morning, Lissette. What are we hearing?
Good morning, Dan and Tishani. This is something we saw coming down the pipeline. Last year, prosecutors did alert Giuliani that he was a target of their investigation. And now Giuliani has some serious charges to answer to.
When you met with Georgia lawmakers, did you lie to them?
I'll talk about this until it's over.
From America's mayor to now one of several alleged co-conspirators in efforts to help former President Trump overturn Georgia's 2020 election results. A grand jury has voted to indict Rudy Giuliani on 13 criminal charges that include violating Georgia's racketeer influence and corrupt organization statute known as RICO laws. In the 80s, Giuliani used federal RICO laws to take down organized crime in New York when he was U.S. attorney, saying this in a 2000 interview.
I'll stand on my record of having prosecuted and put in prison more members of the mafia than probably any United States attorney in history. But
now, in a twist of events, he is being accused of breaking RICO laws at the state level. In the late 80s, Giuliani went on to run for New York City mayor and lost, and was viewed as an instigator behind a police protest that descended on City Hall in the 90s. The event spiraled and was referred to as a mini riot by then Mayor Dinkins. The event drawing parallels decades later in the 2021 Capitol riot. In 1994, Giuliani went on to serve as the mayor of New York City and rose into the national spotlight, known for providing strength and comfort following 9/11. But that rise coming with a fall several years later. The former mayor is now one of many defendants in the Georgia election case and is accused of making false statements, impersonating a public officer, forgery, and filing false documents in an effort to keep Trump in power. Giuliani reacting to the indictment on social media this morning, writing, "This indictment is an affront to American democracy and does permanent, irrevocable harm to our justice system. It's just the next chapter in a book of lies with the purpose of framing President Donald Trump and anyone willing to take on the ruling regime." And this morning, Giuliani continued to defend himself on social media. He said the real criminals are the people who brought this case forward. We're live on the Upper East Side. Dan Wilson, things back inside.
Lizette, thank you so much.